Welcome to the Grampians National Park. This week we're giving you a taste of what it's like to climb the sandstone peaks of the Australian Great Dividing Range. And of course we'll be showing you a few places to cool off on your next trip to the mountains. So grab your hiking boots and come along for the ride. The Grampians National Park is located about 250 kilometers southwest of Melbourne, and the Grampians are just about the southernmost area of the Great Dividing Range, which extends 4,000 kilometers north to the tip of Cape York, which is the northernmost point in Australia. Of course, our goal for our time here was to hike and catch some incredible views.
We're gonna go hike the mountain.
I'm gonna walk the mountain.
We're in the Grampians. We're gonna go hike Sturgeon. We're gonna go hike
Like a
Mount.
fish.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the trail, you'll need to clean your shoes as a biosecurity measure to protect the surrounding forest from invasive plant species and other pests. There are so many trails in the national park that it can actually be quite difficult to decide on just a few for your visit. You can choose between easier, well-trailed hikes to difficult scrambles or even multi-day trails. We started with the 7-kilometer trail at Mount Sturgeon, which is at the southernmost point of the national park.
We made it.
Woo! This is beautiful. Good morning. Woo! Good mountaintop morning. All right, what comes up must go down, so here we go. We're still on the hunt for koala. We've seen kangaroos, we've seen emus, but we were looking in the trees for koalas, but so far, no luck. Bye-bye. I want to give him belly rubs. This section of the trail is so beautiful.
This part of the trail was our absolute favorite. You have incredible mountain views on one side and a grand vertical rock face on the other.
That's right. This is only the beginning.
Good morning, beginning. We're heading over to the Venus Baths.
Of course, after a long hike in the sun, we needed somewhere to cool off, so we headed for the Venus Baths, which are located in the town of Halls Gap. They're about a 10-kilometer walk from the car park, and a bit further down the trail you'll find a waterfall, so we took a bit of a detour to check out Splitters Falls.
Quick 3-kilometer detour to Splitters Falls. Should be Spitters Falls because it's tiny. Made it to the private pool. Whew, time to cool off. Extreme water slides.
There are a number of these little rock pools at the baths, and you can find a few that are over 2 meters deep. The water is nice and cold, and it's a great way to cool off after a day of hiking. So relaxing.
This is the big city of Halls Gap. They've got a coffee shop, a brewery, somewhere to get fish and chips.
We stayed just outside of Halls Gap at this lovely free camp and had a fantastic view of the mountains. We couldn't have asked for more. After a long day in the sun, we were feeling pretty lazy, so we had a delicious gourmet pasta meal.
Sad pasta meal, but it's good. Good morning!
Most of the roadways in the Grampians are accessible without four-wheel drive, but you do have to do quite a few of these bumpy, corrugated roads.
Day 2 in the Grampians National Park. We are starting off today hiking Mount... No, not Mount Difficult. Mount Zero. Maybe we'll work our way up to Mount Difficult. But starting off with Mount Zero.
Alright. Mount Difficult is proven to be not that difficult.
Mount Zero is actually at the northernmost peak of the Grampians and follows a steep and rocky grade 4 trail. The trail is 2.8 kilometers return and takes approximately 1 hour to complete. At the peak you'll have views of Mount Stapleton and the Mount Difficult range.
Oh, I say, the lead navigator.
I'm just taking a detour. Colton's about to free solo this sick rock face. Watch it. Let me tell you, this is some desert heat we're working with.
Also,
stay hydrated.
We support reusable bottles. We cracked our Nalgene, so we have been using the same juice bottle for about a month.
R.I.P. Nalgene.
This is the wrong way. We have to go this way.
Mount Zero accomplished.
So McKenzie Falls is one of Victoria's largest waterfalls, and it's the only waterfall in the Grampians that flows all year round. McKenzie Falls is incredibly powerful, so you aren't allowed to swim because it could be very dangerous. However, we did hear of another waterfall a bit further downstream that you are able to swim at. The trail to McKenzie Falls is really well groomed, but as you continue to fish falls, it becomes a bit more rugged with rock crossings and slippery surfaces, but it is super fun. We absolutely loved our time in the Grampians National Park, and we can't wait until the next time to explore even more trails and find new swimming holes. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time as we continue our adventure on the east coast of Australia.